Hey guys, and welcome back to the YouTube video. Today I will be creating a website in Python using Flask, and it will be a Wikipedia kind of app. So here's the thing. There's this really cool module in Python called Wikipedia, which allows you to pretty much clone Wikipedia. Now instead of like cloning it as a text-based application, which I've done over here, I'm gonna be cloning it as a website. So in that way you'll be able to learn Flask and all of these other important modules in Python. So if you want to install this, you can just go pip3 install Flask, and you can also just go Wikipedia. I don't want to spell it because I'm probably gonna get it wrong. So first of all, we need to first go ahead and make the import. So I will just type out from Flask. We need to import a few more libraries: Flask, render template. So this will allow us to render the template, and request. Now request is pretty important since it allows us to make a request to the HTML file so we can do some things. So first of all, we will set up the app. Set up the Flask app. So I'll just type out app is equals to Flask underscore name underscore, and then we just run the app. To do that, it's very simple. If underscore name underscore is equals to underscore main underscore, we just go app dot run, and we just pass it one thing called debug. So the reason we pass this, I'm sorry for that, is because if we pass like this thing called debug, it will we won't have to run the app every single time we make a change. Okay, and why am I having this error? Let's go main. Alright, I think that should fix it. Okay, so now let's just set up the home page for our website. So I'm just saying set up the home page. So I just type out define home, and we can just say return render template index.html, because as you can see I've created this index.html file. Now you have to make a templates folder like this same spelling, and inside make an index.html or whatever name you want to give it, and then we can just type out over here at sorry for that, at app.root, and we can just say slash. So at the first, like, you just want to show this page from the start. That's what this means. Okay, so now that we have done that, we can just code into index.html and get ourselves some boilerplate HTML code, just this much. So now what I will do is I will change this to the app name, so it is Yaship, like I have my name in it. So let's just change it to Wikipedia. Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure this is not the correct spelling, but it's okay. Now right now I'm just not going to be styling it, don't worry, we will style it later on. So we will just have this input field and this button, and then and I think I'm just gonna put it add a center tag and take the input and the button and put it in there. Alright, and I will also have a h1 saying Wikipedia, and I will just add a br tag over here. Okay, so it's time to run this code. Python 3 website. Okay, that's bad. Website.py. It's a simple one-liner, and now you can see it's running on http://5000. So that's the port we are running on. Actually, you know what, I think I'm not going to be running it through the terminal. I will just run it through the integrated VS Code terminal, because I thought that I had not installed Wikipedia over there. Wait a sec. Let me just head on to my main.py and import Wikipedia over here. If you don't know, Wikipedia is just a Python module. It's not an API that I'm using. It is a Python module. There is a Wikipedia API, but I thought that if we had a Python module named Wikipedia, I mean, we could just use that instead of grabbing a JSON request from an API. Okay, so I open up the terminal, let that load up completely, and let me just run website.py. There can be an error because I had installed Wikipedia a long time ago. Maybe my Python version would have changed. So let's just see. Okay, why is it taking so much of time? Alright, it is all running. Okay, no module name Wikipedia. Don't worry, we can simply just go pip3 install Wikipedia. It's not a huge module. If you want to see the documentation, just go to pipeline.org and you will get like what exactly this module actually is. Now you can also build this with JavaScript. I think JavaScript also has something like Wikipedia, but since I'm not more of like, I think Python will be better for this one app. Alright, there we go. So now that we have installed Wikipedia, we will be able to run it. Alright, looks like we are running it to the same error. Don't worry, let me just go copy this line of code, run it through here, and like if it doesn't run through the integrated terminal, I can run it through the actual terminal. Alright, so I think it's almost done. Since I'm getting requirement already satisfied. Alright, there we go. Clear it and run it directly through the terminal because I think it will be good. So python 3 website.py, simple little command, and we can see it's saying running on port HTTP and this thing. Now you should have this same address. If you have a different address, you don't need to worry a lot, but like 99% of you should be having this same address. Okay, so let me just open up my Google Chrome. It's taking a little while since I'm recording, and OBS is as I told you, pretty heavy software. Let me just close all of the useless terminals, and now I'm simply going to paste that URL in this search box. That's all you need to do, and there we go. We get Wikipedia, and that's pretty cool, right? So we rendered an HTML template through Python. So and we now have this basic search button and this very basic input field. Awesome. So now what I wanted to do, actually, like what I want to do is I want to have like a search results thing. So I will just add this h4 tag saying search results. Save it, and I will head to my Google Chrome and reload the page. So you say this gets search results. Now I think I'm just going to dock it on the side, move window to the right, and let me just change this to move window to the left, and open up my Chrome on the other hand, shrink it and make this bigger. Alright, good. So now that we have this, I want a kind of a paragraph tag, and it should be containing it. So we can write something like Python, like some Python code inside of this. So I'm just going to be making it equal to search results. Just a simple thing, search results. Now what we are going to be doing is heading into our Python code, and we are going to be grabbing a request from the index.html file. Actually, I think I don't need the button, and what I will simply do is I will take the entire input and wrap it inside of a form. Okay, so that's what we will be doing, and put that. Now we need to give certain properties to this input field. So first of all, what I'll do is I give it a class of, let's just say, inp, then I give it a id of, let's just say, inp, and we also need to give it a name, and I'm just going to be giving it the same name, so inp. So that's what we will do, and you need to put it inside of a form since the request is going to be grabbed through a form. So that's something you need to know. So what we can just do is we just type out print request dot form. It's very simple, just a print statement, basic print statement. Now I will head over here and I will reload the page and you will see what happens. So it says immutable dict, and as soon as I type something like test and press enter, alright, I think there is an issue. Okay, let me actually have a look. I actually messed with this before and even I was running into the same error. So let me have a look over here. Open up Finder, desktop, Python. Alright, let me just open up website.py over here. Have a look at this. Okay, let me see. Okay, first of all, I need to give it a config. That's something I hadn't given before. So we gave the app a secret key, so I had forgotten to give that, so that was a problem, I think. Let's see. I think there is a chance that that was only the issue. I will reload the page, search for test. Let's see, SDF. So you can see at least we are getting this. Now we will still do something so that we actually get what we have input. So let me actually have a look at this. Go to my templates folder and put index.html right over here. Alright. Let me have a look. So I'm just going to copy the input thing. So we have taken it out. Okay, I got it. So it the form must also be having that thing. Okay, that was the thing. Alright. Head on to my website.py and index.html. I'm simply just going to paste this thing. Method post and class search. And then what we can do is simply just go to website.py and we only want to form the request if the request dot method is equals to post. So if we are sending a post request, only then we want to print a form, and then we also just want to say that hey, there should be a method list. So the two methods that we can have is a get request and a post request in here right now. So I will be sending a get request and a post request. So I think if I do this, head on to my index.html, save my index.html, head over here, reload the page, then would you look at that? So let me show you something cool. So I go over here and I just write one test and press enter. Alright, and anything. Okay, so it's kind of working. As you can see, it says input and it shows me that it is not entirely working. That's a problem. Let me actually go into full screen mode from here. Alright, so let me have a look at why exactly isn't it working. Website.py. So if request.method is equals to post. Okay, let me have a look over here. Okay, so let me actually store it in a variable, and I will put it over here. Actually, not that. Paste that here, and I'll simply print out the web page. I think this print statement should be outside. I'm trying to figure that out only. So is it outside or inside? So that's the thing. Okay. Over here, and I will reload the page. Alright, okay. Web page referenced. Okay, there we go. I need to put it inside of that thing. Alright. Okay, let's run it again. And okay, why am I getting this error? Okay, it's again doing it. Alright, there we go. So let's just go with test and click enter. um testing. All right, I think it is now working or not, I don't know actually. Let me see. Search bar, string, web page, but let's just print out this thing. Reload the page, and let's just go with test and click enter. All right, it's grabbing. Okay, I get it. So you can see all of these requests are get requests that are being sent. None of the request is a post request. We want that whenever we send a request, the request should be a post request, and that's the thing. So currently, okay, so what I can do is head into my index.html and I'm simply just going to grab everything over here, and I think even this one, and I can literally, I will just paste the entire. All right, I got it. So I by mistake added the form post method over there. I need to add it over here. So that was the mistake that was happening. And now on writing anything, it should print out test. So we get an immutable dictionary of an input which is of the type test, and then we also get the input field printed out over here. So now I will head on over here and I will just shut down all of the other things. Now in website.py I will get rid of this thing. So now we have the input field, so now we can just manipulate with it. And what I can do is I can just head to main.py. So we want to get a summary on the entry. Okay, I get it. So we can just copy this line of code and I can paste it over here, and we type wikipedia.summary, and we want the entry to be on, and the summary should be on the search bar, and the sentences you can play around with that. So we can just save that, and over here now we also want to display the summary on the web page. So what we can say is we have the search results. I can copy that, I can make a comma and paste it, and the search results should be equal to the summary that we have. Okay, so that is pretty simple to do. And now I will simply extend the web page and continue. Watch what happens. Okay, I will just tap out Facebook and click on enter. Okay, rest may refer to. Okay, so I think there seems to be an issue with the Wikipedia. Let me have a look again. So let's just search something else. Alright, I think there's some error. Where is the error exactly? Okay, looks like there is an error somewhere over here. Disambiguation error. Let's just search it up on Google, see if we get anything. Wikipedia disambiguation error. We have a Stack Overflow. Determine a random choice module. Show out this error. Let's see what's the fix. Attach a disambiguation. Okay, so I think it is just an error. Let's see if without this, can it work? So does it work without that, or is that which is what causing an issue to the Wikipedia page? Let's see. And let's open up the terminal. Alright, okay, again. All page titles beginning with rest, all page titles containing rest. Oh, we are getting some kind of page titles. Okay, where is the word rest? Alright, I'm just gonna try it out again. Web page, input. This is something like test is equals to input and test, whatever, and let's just call it on test, and just going to go ahead and copy that and paste it over here and do that and comment this and print summary. Let's see. So does it work now or doesn't it? Okay, so we get this. I'll just add on it. Actually, let's just add something good. Face. Actually, let's just do something like folding equation. Let's see. So it should give me the answer to this. Alright, you can see. So look, as soon as that happens, we get the entire thing. Okay, we get the entire Schrodinger equation thing. Okay, so let's just search something over here. Let's just search the same thing. Schrodinger equation. Let's click on enter and it should, if everything is correct, give us a search result of the entire Schrodinger equation. And so you can see just with a few lines of code we have made something so good. We have made kind of like not exactly Wikipedia because it has these millions of web pages, but it's kind of like a mini search engine, if you would say. Like you can almost get any answer. Okay, why is it so slow? Oh yeah, I need to add that over here. Let's just search for something like Facebook. Alright, I was like, why was it taking so much of time? And then I realized what it was. Okay, so I think I get it. So there seems to be an issue when putting it in the get request. Alright, so what I will do is I will run it on the search bar and I will just say summary SB. So on the search bar, print the summary SB. And now let me just read the page. Okay, continue. So let's see. So is it just because it is in a post request? Because then I don't know. It can be fixed or something, or I'll have to do something about that. So let's see. Is it on the post request or is it because of something else? Okay. So go to my terminal and let's just search for Facebook. Okay, so it is loaded up and I can search for Instagram and click on enter and oh yeah, I can just search for, alright, so you can see Instagram's thing gets come up. Okay, so that's so cool. So we have, I don't know what was the error, but I think we have fixed it. So I am just going to be closing main.py, heading on to index.html, copying search results, and I can paste it over here and make it equal to the summary SB. Awesome, easy to do, and I think we should be all working. Alright, save it, head on over here, and there you go. We get an entire thing on Facebook. Okay, so let's just search something else because let's just search for okay, I will probably not spell that correctly. I'll just search for Schrodinger equation. And would you look at that? We get that entire 10 sentences. Now, the cool thing is, I can increase the number of sentences. I can make it something like 30 or 30 sentence explanation on the Schrodinger equation. Now, yeah, the website will become a little bit slow, but you know, you can search for Facebook, click on enter, and you will see an entire 30 sentence definition of Facebook. There you go. So you can see just with a few lines of Python code, not exactly like I would say in total 30 lines, we kind of built Wikipedia. Okay, now I also want that there should be like the guys, what did the person actually search. But now let's just do some styling, just make this look a little bit better. So I'm just gonna go to input. We already have given it a class, so I can simply head on, let's just go over here, add a style tag, so .inp, and let's just give it a width of, let's just say 75 percentage and a border radius of, let's just say, 3 pixels, and let's see what happens. Okay, continue. Okay, it doesn't look that good. I think I'll have to increase its height. Okay, don't worry. So height, let's just go with 35 pixels. Reload the page, continue. Okay, I think I am going to be giving it a border also. Now you can see my designing skills are not the best, so you can pretty much make this your own app through designing it, but you can see it's looking pretty good. So let me just make this a little actually, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of the border radius. It is just looking horrible. Reload the page. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's kind of looking good now. And okay, so I think I'm gonna add one teeny weeny last feature, that you can get what you searched for. So it will show something like you search for and that, because like right now we are searching for something and it's like it is showing us that, but you know, it may be good if we can get what we searched for, and that it's also not something very difficult to add. So what I can just say is something like you not that you searched for, and then you can just say search, and I can simply add a HR tag over there. So then I can simply copy this and I can go here, paste it, and the search will be equal to, well, it's common sense, it will be equal to the search bar. And I will save my index.html, head on over here, reload the page, and you can, let's try it out. So alright, so you search for Facebook and you get this entire thing. Okay, and I think I just will add a little HR tag right over here, and instead of adding an HR, well, actually, you know what, let's just add an HR even over here. So my designing skills are not the best. You pretty much will get any guy who will be designing better than me, but you know, whatever, works good, looks good, and you know, whatever. So let's just search for Snapchat. Let's see what happens. We get the entire Snapchat thing. Now you can go to website.py and increase the sentences to like 20, 30, 40 sentences, you know, just to get a longer kind of thing. Alright, so let's just search for something like the Schwarzschild metric. I could search for the core metric, but alright, Schwarzschild matrices do not. Okay, Schwarzschild metric. I'll just copy the spelling. So this is the actual Wikipedia thing. Let's just compare what is the difference. Copy that and reload the page. Continue. Hey, come on, why is it throwing this error? Maybe if I just like terminate the thing and run it again, it was Python. Let me just run it again. Python website.py. Going to copy this URL. So you can see this is not a perfect application. Some ASP. Okay, oh my god, I hate this. So yeah, there's an issue where I don't know what happens. Why sometimes it kind of thinks that the summary is referenced before the assessment and after the assessment, something like that. So whatever, there's the app. It's pretty cool and it works nicely. So I'm just gonna go over there and just return that. Okay, whatever. Now you should not get this error. I'm pretty sure you won't get this. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the channel. So you can see over here it says 10 sentences, but we are actually running 30 sentences. So there's some issue, I don't know, with my VS Code saving or Flask or whatever, I don't know, but there's some issue. So that's it for today, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It is, really cool making Wikipedia. So that's it for today, and I will see you in another YouTube video.